In today's video, I'm going to show you guys 4 ways to conserve energy while weightlifting. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so my first tip has to do with the trap bar. Trap bar, obviously, great piece of equipment. Probably the hardest thing about it is actually putting on the weight. So I'm going to show you a very simple and easy way to conserve your energy. Alright, so pretty much just grab and pull the trap bar up like this, bring in your weight, lower it slightly so it fits into the hole of the weight, then pull it up and push the weight back on. Then you're going to switch feet and lower it again, and put the weight back on, put the weight on the other side, and put it down, and trap bar is ready to be used. Now it's really important when you're doing this, make sure when the trap bar is on the ground, make sure you have one foot on it at all times to stop it from moving, and then make sure your other foot is supporting you, so the trap bar doesn't start moving. So that is tip number 1. We are going to come back to the trap bar, but first we're going to go to tip number 2. Alright, so tip number 2 has to do with this type of barbell setup. So what you could do, you could grab it right here and lift up and put on your weight. But it is a lot easier to do this. Grab a weight. Does not have to be this big. This is just probably the flattest weight that I have. So you're going to want to put it underneath this weight. Then grab your weight that you want to put on. Roll up the weight. Slip this on. Push it all the way down. And then roll it back off. And now you're ready to deadlift or do a bent over barbell row, whatever you're doing. Just make sure you do it on the other side. I didn't do it because I'm just demonstrating on the one side. Yeah, that's tip number 2, and we'll go into tip number 3 now. Alright, so tip number 3 has to do with deloading the weight from this setup and the trap bar. When you're taking off the weight, you can do the exact same thing taking off the weight. Roll it up, take off your weight, and then put it back down. So you can do that, and then what you can do is leave your weight. You can just take off the weight on the one side. You can take off your weight like this. All right, and then all you gotta do, lift the barbell up, make sure the weight comes down, pull up the bar, and you're done. Now you can just pick up your weight and roll it back to wherever you need it to go. I'll show you guys how to do it on the trap bar as well, and then we'll go into our 4th and final tip of the video. Alright, so this is how you can deload the weight on the trap bar. So do the same thing as if you were going to put weight on. Alright, so just slide the weight off. Alright, now if there was more weight on this bar, you could slip some of it off this way, or you can just go like this. I'll turn it for you guys to get a better view. Just set it down on the ground like that, and then pull the bar up, just like how I did with the barbell, and then take the trap bar out. And then you can move the trap bar wherever you want, and then move the weight wherever you want. So that is my tip for deloading the bar. And now we'll move on to tip number 4. All right, so the fourth and final tip is has to do with dumbbells and benches. So these types of exercises, like a dumbbell bench press or a dumbbell shoulder press. Most people will probably just bend over and then just like throw the weight up like this, and then start doing their pressing. That's good, but a better way would be to use your legs to get the weight up. So by this, I mean you're going to start pick up your weight like you're doing a deadlift, and then sit back down with the weight on your knees. Then when you're ready to do the exercise, just push your leg up, and then push your other leg up, and then your arms will guide the weight where you want it to go, and then you can start doing your pressing. All right, and then swap back down. So the reason why using your legs is better for conserving energy is because you're doing an upper body movement. So if you're doing a shoulder press like I was, you don't want to use your energy from your shoulders to get the weight up. By putting the weight onto deadlifting the weight and then putting the weight onto your knee, you're using using the momentum in your leg to push the weight up, and then you're guiding it to where you want it to go. And then once you have it in your place, then you can use all your energy in your shoulders to actually do the movement. I'll show you guys how to do it for the bench press, dumbbell bench press, and then that'll probably be it for the video. Alright, so lifting it up, then putting it on our knees, set it back down, and then here, push up, roll down, and then you're ready to do your bench. And then roll yourself back up. Alright, so that was 4 tips on how to conserve energy when you're lifting weights. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Remember, work hard, be humble. See you in the next one. See ya.